Hello, and we're just going to do a tutorial here on how to use the PastureBase app. So we have our email address in and our password, and we click login, and we can see our farms that we have on this PastureBase account. So if we want to select one farm or the other, we simply click there, and then we click select. If we want to go to the opposite farm or the other farm on our account, we click the three dots in the corner, switch farm, and here we have the option to swap farms again. And then this is our home page of our PastureBase app. So you can see we have cover data, view map, graze cut silage, fertilizer, milk sales, rotation planners, grass budget, fodder budget, alert center, and synchronize. So if we click synchronize, so it comes up synchronization successful. We click OK. And running this synchronization process will allow any data that's on the PastureBase software for the farm to come onto the app, while any data on the app will be uploaded to the software. One other point of note is we can see the most GG grass growth prediction model. So this predicts grass growth for the coming week, for the coming 7 days. And for the 12th of February, it's predicted to be 11 kilos. So first of all, if we click in on cover data, we can see grass cover, livestock, planner, grazing calculator, cover summary, or cover history. So if we click grass cover, we can see the last grass cover that was recorded on the farm on the 10th of the 2nd, 2025. And we can see the paddock numbers in the center, what the paddock is currently being used for. Grass, this may also be silage cut now, silage cut later, reseed, or other enterprise. We have the cover for each paddock, which is the average farm cover. And on the right, we have the mob which the paddock is in and the hectares of the paddock and the day's last event, whether it be fertilizer or indeed grazing event. So if we want to add a new cover, we can select add cover, and we select the date which we want to add the cover, and then we'll click OK. And then we can input our cover. For this example, we can also look at the view wedge, which will show us the wedge of the farm. And then if we click home, it'll bring us back to the home page. If we go to grass cover data, we can see livestock, which is the number of animals on the farm. So we can see that here there are spring milkers, 130 cows, and an intake of 18 kilos. We can also adjust any other column, and we can also add a new column if we wish. For example, we can add any of the following to our PastureBase account. We have the planner, which allows farmers to plan grass average farm cover for the coming week. And we can look at the projected wedge. We also have the grazing calculator, which is a handy tool, which can be used for a paddock that may want to be grazed. For example, paddock 10 here, a cover of 600 and a target residual of 0. And the number of cows I've mentioned earlier is 130, with an intake of 15 kilos of grass. This allows 1.1 days of an allocation on this paddock. And we can click back. And if we click cover summary gives us the average farm cover for the farm, cover per livestock unit, the growth and demand and the stocking rate of the farm. And we can see days ahead and rotation length and any other figures on the farm. Cover history will show us all the previous grass covers recorded on the farm. If we have a map on the farm, we can click view map. The view map function, we can see here, this is grass cover at the top, and we've greater than 1600, less than 1000, and between 1000 and 1600 kilos of grass. So we can click the red dot for a paddock, and it brings up the paddock number, status, the hectares, the cover, and the growth rate. And we can click OK, and it's all color coordinated. If we click up here, we have the following options. For example, our clover content, our last organic application of fertilizer, our last chemical or artificial application, and then our soil indexes for pH, P, potassium, and share view. So if we look at pH and we click done, we can see how the map has changed color according to the pH of the paddocks. If we click the green at the red marker, we can see that for this green paddock, the pH is 6.7. We also have Share View. So this is a tool in PastureBase where, for example, if a contractor is coming to the farm to apply slurry or indeed fertilizer, and we want to send them to specific paddocks, we can highlight these paddocks on the farm, and we can send this screenshot to the contractor or whoever may be using the farm map, that these are the paddocks they want to be used. If we go home, we have grazed and cut silage application. So here's all the previous grazing records of the farm. We can add a new grazing record here. Select our paddock. And we select if it was grazed or if it was cut for silage. The event in terms of the date. And we can click if we want a pre-grazing yield. So here we can put in, for example, 1650. And we can click save. And it appears here at the top. On report, it'll give us each paddock, the days it last received fertilizer and the days it was last grazed. Again, in fertilizer tab, we have 4 options: application list, soil fertility, application report, and calculators. To add a new fertilizer, we click application list. We can click add new. We can select the paddocks we want to apply fertilizer to. And we can select our fertilizer type. For example, here we've tank 1 and tank 2, or slatted tank 1. This is where we input our own slurry data, but for this example, we can just use a fertilizer on the farm that we may have purchased. And we can click total amount, amount per acre, amount per hectare, or units of N. And we can click, for example, 500 kg. And we can click save. And it now appears here. It's important when we record either grazing data or indeed fertilizer data, we click the synchronize button after. And we can see all the data is now uploaded to the PastureBase software that we've recorded on the app. If there's milk cells on the farm, we can view them here. Our rotation planners, we can see our spring and autumn rotation planner. And we can see here for this plan, the date, the target is 12% grazed, and we actually have 13% grazed. If, for example, the spring rotation planner needs to be extended, we can click Edit Plan, and we can change the date here. And then we can click Save. And again, we click the Home button to go back to the home screen. We also have grass budgets, which may be completed on the farm. This example has no grass budget, but we can complete them on the PastureBase software. A fodder budget is another tool, a new tool on PastureBase. So if we click Fodder Budget, we can see here this fodder budget was created on the 1st of October, and the available fodder and the number of days it's expected to last. We can add a new fodder budget by clicking Add New, and we can select today's date. These are the number of animals on the farm and the projected intake. So we have total dry matter intake of 19.2 kilos, meal of 5 kilos, and days of meal of 40. So we click Next. And now we can adjust our grass or silage supplies on the farm. So these have all come from the previous fodder budget that was calculated. So if this budget is now empty, we can click this to being 0 and 0 and click Next. And we may only have 50 bales left and click Next. And then our spring grazing, which we're going to record now. So there might be some grass already grazed, so this could be down to 51. And then we can click, there are now 40 days available of fodder, lasting up to the 23rd of the 3rd. And including the meal that's fed to the cows, there are now 50 days of fodder available. And we can click the Save Budget feature. And now we can see that this budget is now here. We can click the Home button. And again, it's important when we record any adjustments to the fodder budget or indeed fertilizer or grazing data, we click the Synchronize button. So now the data has been uploaded to PastureBase Ireland.